Hi everyone, it's Tammy with the Frou-frou Studio. I hope everyone is doing well today. I am going to be doing the hashtag color combo 2024, and we are on week 13. But before I start that, I wanted to share with you some zipper tags that I'm going to be listing in my Etsy shop. I am filming this on Monday, so the tags will be available Monday evening in my shop if you're interested in those. And I apologize for not making a video on Sunday, but I was working on these tags and I already have a video on how to make these, and so I didn't want to be redundant and do the same thing over again. So I will link that video in the description box if you haven't seen it for how I make these. But I wanted to start this video showing you the ones that I've made, so that if you're interested in purchasing one on from my Etsy store, you can. All of these have Tim Holtz paper dolls on them, and they have, a lot of them have Tim Holtz paper as the background papers on the tags, and also Tim Holtz ephemera, but some of them are other papers as well, and I will tell you what those are as we go through. So there are 9 of them, I think, in total, and this is the first one. And this is Tim Holtz paper. And all these little things that are stuck inside come out. There's tickets and little tags and things like that that are stuck down in the open part of the zipper. All of these are vintage zippers that I found a big lot of on eBay. So there's the first one, and they are quite sturdy because they are double thickness of scrapbook paper once you make the tag in the back, and then you put the 2 front pieces around the zipper. It makes them, pretty sturdy. So that's the first one. Then we have these 2 little boys with the owl. And these adorable little girls. Then we have this young lady. And these 2 cuties. I'm trying to stand up so I can see in my camera to make sure I'm getting them where you can see them well. And we have this lady, or girl, young girl. And this one with the pinks. It's very spring looking. And lastly, we have this beautiful lady, and she's done in the pinks as well. So there you go. That's what I did yesterday. So now we'll move on to the color combo. And slide my stuff over here and adjust my chair a little bit so I can get in a working position. Alright, so today we are doing gold and star, and so I'm going to be working with some star shells and some starfish. So I'm gonna make, I made this little tiny file folder out of just a big manila folder, and I just cut it to be a tiny file folder, and I'm gonna ink around it real quick. It's gonna be like my pocket that would go in the journal. Because everybody's having good weather. I know there's some people in the heartland that are going through some rougher weather. It's just cloudy here today, a little cool. I think we're supposed to get the storms and all tomorrow. Our biggest issue right now is wind. We've got a wind advisory going on. It's not too bad today. I think it's supposed to be worse tomorrow than it is today, which will be, the worst day will be the day you're seeing this video, because like I said, I'm filming on Monday. Alright, so I think for the time being, I'm just going to leave this open since I don't know exactly how I'm going to work it in my journal. And I'm thinking, I don't want to cut this down anymore, but if I put it up here, out here, I'm going to have to, yeah, I guess it'll be alright. So this is just a page out of an old seashell book. It's got really good illustrations in it. This is the book. It's called The Book of Seashells by Michael Bevins. And it is copyrighted. Does it have a copyright that I can see? You see, I have it all torn up because it's a discarded library book. I don't know if y'all have ever been to a library sale or not, but this was one of those, and you can see the seashell images are awesome in it. And like I said, I've already torn it apart quite a bit, and then I've got some seabirds in the front of it from my bird book, because if I'm going to do something like that, you know, I've already put some other stuff in there. Oh, let's see. No, I do not see a copyright. Oh, here we go. 1961 is the copyright on this one. So it's a really good one, I think, if you're going to do something seashell or ocean themed, beach themed. And I'm going to cut it about right there, I think. Be close enough so that fits on the front. Find my glue book. Oops, paper's flying everywhere. Glue that on. Glue stick. Where's my glue stick? There it is. like that. And then I'm going to, I've got this little gold label that I'm going to put up here. I just cut this out of, this is Tim Holtz, his gold metallic paper that's got craft stock on the back of it. And I just cut a little label with a die cut out of it. And then I have Type Slide, which is a stamp, Tim Holtz stamp, that I just stamped on some regular paper, and I'm gonna put it on there. Just like that. And then I'm going to poke a hole and I'm going to put a couple of little brads. Now, I do not have any gold brads, but I wanted to put a brad on it anyway, so we're going to use, I think I've got like a bronzy color. Oh, I forgot to tell you that because I just moved the paper pad and it reminded me. The other papers that I used to make those zipper tags besides Tim Holtz was these 6x6s. They're double-sided. Simply Vintage by Reminisce. This is a really pretty little set of papers. I do recommend using double-sided for at least the portion that you put around the zipper, because when you tear, you know, the V shape around the zipper, if it's double-sided, then you have something on the back side of your paper. Otherwise, it's just white, which is fine because you can ink it and you still get a really nice look. But if it's double-sided, it gives it a little bit more, character. Now, if you have a problem or don't like what it looks like on the back side with these little brads, you can always cover that up with a piece of tape, washi tape. You could put the brads in and then glue your tab down so they're not showing through the back. But this would be a pocket in a journal for me, and so it's going to be, this part, back part will be glued down anyway, so I'm fine with the brads going all the way through. But it really just matters how you're going to use it. Alright, so there is that. And then, like I said, you know, it'll be glued as a pocket. As a matter of fact, we can go ahead and glue that part. So I'm going to glue down both sides. just like that. Okay, now we need to make our little slides. And what I have done for that is I have cut out 3 of these little faux slide holders, whatever you want to call them, slides, from Nick the Booksmith. And I have a piece of kind of sand colored, this is out of that, a scrap that I had out of that Reminisce book. And I'm going to glue those down. And I want my starfish, which are out of the Antiquarian sticker book, to look like they're coming out of the slide. So I don't want them necessarily behind it with any acetate or anything. I want to glue them so that it looks like they're coming out, just for a different kind of take on it. So I'm going to glue each of these down, but I'm going to make sure that I can glue my starfish so they look out like they're coming out. So I'm going to leave one corner up for a minute until I get the glue on these. You can kind of stick it like that. And I think I can get all 3 out of this one little scrap, I'm hoping. Alright, so let's do the second one. And I'm going to put this one on there. I'm going to do this one kind of over to this side. And then our third one. Don't you glue all the way down there yet. Don't you be getting sticky on me. This one we're going to go back to this side, maybe glue it kind of like that. Alright, so there's my 3 glued down with the back. So I'm going to cut those out. This is a really cute digital by Nick the Booksmith. She has a whole page of them, and some are red and some are green. And then she also has the little pictures that go inside that you can print on like a vellum or something like that and make them look really like real slides. Okay, there's one. And the last one. Now I'm going to put these little gold grommets in here, and then I'm going to hang these little, again, these little tags were made with the Tim Holtz die and the gold paper, and the numbers are rub-ons on a gold ball pen. Took me a minute, didn't it? So I'm going to get my crocodile and use the small hole poke holes in there and put the grommets in. Switched around to the small one. Sorry, I got quiet, didn't I? Apparently I can't operate machinery and talk at the same time. Last one. Okay. So there's that, and then let's hang our ball pins. Do I want them at the top or the bottom? Okay, I think I'm going to do them like that. Alright, so where'd my... Put my ball pen in there. Oops. Did that one backwards. I always do at least one of these backwards when I'm doing something like this. At least one. Still backwards. Okay. This is how it's going to be. I can see. Instead of taking the whole pin out, I'm just going to take the tag off and change it. There we go. All right, so there is that part. Now I have this, and I thought that I would make this the tag that goes down in there, but I didn't quite make it wide enough. And I think it's also gonna have to stick out, which I don't care if it sticks out of it. Or do I just want to put them on here? Maybe I'll do rethinking here mid-make. I might just do like a belly band. Or I could just glue them down like that. I don't mind that either. And then I can make a journal card to go down in there. And then I have this little gold wax seal. Actually, don't mind that. But what I'd like to do is put some gold splatters on here. So, in order to do that, let me grab my gold paint. And this is Folk Art Metallic, and it's just pure gold. It's an acrylic paint. but it works good for splatters because you can add your water, you know, or your wet brush or whatever, and thin it out so that it's thin enough to splatter. Okay, that's simple. Wipe up my leftovers so that I don't have it everywhere. And then I'm going to hit that with the heat gun real quick. So it dries. It doesn't take but a second to dry anyway, but for the sake of the video, I'll hit it for a second. Oh, my hooks are all... I have these little hooks on my heat tools. They're just little clips with a hook, and then I have a like a little nail on my table that they hang on, and they were hung together. Okay, so now let's glue on this field field notebook. It needs to say field folder, doesn't it, instead of notebook, but that's all right. We'll work with what we have. And I think instead of using the wax seal, I think what I'm going to do is struggle to find my glue, first of all. I think what I'm going to do is stamp it with an embossing, some kind of embossing, not some kind of emboss. Pick a stamp and stamp it with embossing ink and emboss it in gold. So we have another gold element. So let's see if I can find one that's appropriate, that is close by. Like a received or something like that would be good. I think that one says received. It's in a... Yeah. So, get the ink off of it so it doesn't put ink on my embossing pad, even though it's already got plenty of ink on it. Because I always forget that I should clean it. Sorry, I'm reaching for my gold embossing powder. Okay. So, let's get a stamping block. If I can get it to stick to a stamping block, I really need to clean the stamp. Okay. We're gonna go for it here. Okay, now we will sprinkle the embossing powder on there. Kind of get rid of the leftovers. I think that'll work good enough for our purposes. Now I'm going to get my embossing tool, and it is a lot louder, so excuse the noise and cover your ears, and we'll do it. Actually, I'll bring it down to my side. Seems to not be as loud that way. Okay. So now we have another gold element on there. Now we can glue down our little specimen cards here. What I may do no, I think I'll just glue them all the way down. I started to say what I may do is glue them as little tucks, but I think I'll glue them just all the way down. Well, about didn't leave enough room for that one. I don't care if it overhangs a little bit. Okay. So there is our little pocket, and then I could take this and just make a journaling card that goes down in there. Or I could find the pin for my glue before it dries up and put it back in there. That would be good. Too late. There we go. Just put some like coffee dyed paper down in there. Like this. It's gonna fit and make it look like it's got papers in there. It's a little bit too wide. So we'll tear that down just a tad with the tear ruler. Leave it hanging out the top. Nope, because you can't see. There we go. I want to see where that says type slide. So there we go. There is my make for star and gold. I think we've got enough gold on there. And our stars. So I think we're covered for this week's prompts. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing your makes. Don't forget to use the hashtag ColorCombo2024 when you're posting to social media so everyone can see your fabulous makes for the week. Next week is, we're continuing with the metallics here. So next week is the shape of a cloud and the color of silver. So, I hope you all are having fun with this challenge. And if you have any questions or comments about the challenge or about anything, please do so. I read all the comments. Sometimes it takes me a day or two to get through them, but I do read them all and try to respond or like your comments. So please continue to do that. If you have a question about something that's in my shop, I would suggest that you send the message directly in the messenger on Etsy. Sometimes comments on YouTube get lost in the shuffle, and it's just easier to contact me through Etsy as far as, you know, my listings and things like that, because those go directly to my phone and I see those right away. So until tomorrow, when we're going to do no digital day, I hope everybody has a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.